See, I was blessed with long balls.
Is that a blessing or a curse?
Well, when I sleep, I can tuck them behind my ass. But I like to do this party favor where I pull them over like a belt buckle, and I have my shirt down, and I go up to strangers and say, "Everything's bigger in Texas. You ever seen a Texas belt buckle?" Or my favorite is I used to wear swim trunks all the time that didn't have pockets in it. I would pull my nuts and my hand in my pocket and say, "You ever seen some hairy rocks?"
Yep.
Oh.
Something in the water taught me how to crawl. Something in the water taught me how to fall. Something in my blood.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Something in the Water, the Deep End.
Yep.
I'm Uncle Dave Griffin, along with Sean Clark right here, and our guests, Frank Sikes and Jason Chancey. Glad to have y'all. Glad to have y'all as well.
What's going on, Dave?
I took the virginity of a Hollywood star.
You did not. You lying. That ain't but one person in the room can say that.
Oh, Jason.
I took the virginity of a Hollywood star.
Spoken wisely by our soundbite Captain Soundbite.
Y'all ain't right.
We ain't wrong.
Captain Soundbite is Justin Mercer of Caution Light Media. He's working the controls and making sure all the volumes is up, and we're in rare form. Well, it's good to have y'all. What's going on with you? Anything new that we need to talk about?
I just quit my job.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. It sucked and I quit. But that's about it.
Well, sometimes that's a good thing. What is the old saying?
You can take this job and shove it.
Yeah, Johnny Paycheck. When one door closes, another opens.
I kind of fell out that door.
Well, Frank, you got like 19 jobs, don't you?
Yeah, I still got a business, but you know.
Yeah,
And that's needs to be talked about.
Well, I'm trying to censor myself here already.
Frank is a musician like the rest of us. He's a songwriter. He's an entrepreneur. He has worked a bunch of different jobs. He's also a podcaster, right?
Codcaster.
Codpastor. What's the name of your podcast?
It's called Frank and the Jobber because I'm on there with a ex-professional, semi-professional wrestler named Duncan Cannon.
Okay.
His finishing move was looking at the lights. He's really good at it.
Hey, where can people listen to that? Are you on
we're low key. You can get us on like Spotify, maybe, I don't know, and definitely YouTube.
Yeah.
And yeah, Duncan's retired from wrestling now. He just fights with his sexuality.
Damn. Was the Jobber his wrestling name? Or
no, it was real boring. It was like Duncan
The
Wayne.
Cannon.
Idaho?
Yeah.
Duncan the King.
The Cannon.
I don't know.
I'm the Cannon.
So there's no story behind Jobber?
Jobber is when a wrestler who always loses. That's what they call him. They call him a jobber because they're going in there to do a job.
Wow.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm a mark. I'm a wrestling guy. Sorry.
You should have bet. We just reviewed all of the early '90s Royal Rumbles. It was terrible.
Were y'all fans of wrestling?
I was, man. Growing up, I loved it. And
did you ever believe in it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you believe that?
Yeah, I've hit the TV actually before.
Well, I grew up in the heyday.
Well, it was more real.
Haystacks, Calhoun, and
it was more real. Stuff. It was a predetermined thing, but those odes were actually hitting each other like hard.
Yeah.
And I've been in the wrestling ring a few times, and it hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts. I broke a tooth the first time I got in the ring, making a movie that Frank was in, about wrestling and karate
and I did the only real drop kick in the whole movie.
He wore a sheriff's outfit.
And I drop kicked about a 400-pound man.
Yeah.
What was that called again?
It's called Two Masters.
Two Masters. Yeah.
It might be on YouTube, but I mean, we did it with zero budget and,
zero class.
But we went to the wrestling matches they had at the flea market here.
They had wrestling matches at the flea market?
Yeah, and if y'all are not from here, the flea market is not like... I don't know if they're thinking as an upscale flea market, but it's the exact opposite of that.
There's real fleas.
It's for real. And those people were into it, man. They were pretty serious.
Jason was there. We saw a lady in a wheelchair with a Big Bird T-shirt on stand up and run to the ring.
Oh my God!
No lie.
She's into it.
No lie.
Oh, great.
Tweety Bird, not Big Bird. It matters.
She got the spirit.
It just looked like Big Bird on her, I guess. I don't know.
Tweety Bird.
She looked like she looked like she had 2 large pizzas under her arm.
She was a girthy chick.
She got the spirit.
The Holy Spirit.
Left her wheelchair and ran to the ring.
There is a thing with wheelchairs and wrestling because I literally saw a man, about a 70-year-old man in a wheelchair, chase a wrestler around the ring because there wasn't a proper barricade in front of the handicap section. So he just, and like the wrestler was like, I'm a bad guy, but I don't know what to do because this guy's about to like literally whip his ass from a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Crazy. I got hit with a chair that night and those things hurt too. So
I always considered wrestling to be fake, that it was a fake, that whole thing, the whole thing is fake.
They're faking the tension, but the
there is some pain involved.
Yeah,
I know. It's got to be.
Yeah,
no way it is.
There's some pain and there's some competition too, and it's just a different way of
It's a lot of wear and tear on like retired wrestlers.
It's very physical. I just never jumped on that bandwagon as a child or anything. We used to watch it for kicks, more than anything.
Well,
Gordon Soley.
That's my guy. He kicked him right in the solar plexus.
He was straight up.
Well, and I quit watching wrestling. I didn't watch wrestling during the whole 90s and all that, once I became a teenager and all through. And then I started watching again about a couple of years ago. And what it was I had been watching the news, but I wanted to see something more realistic. So, but it's the suspension of disbelief. It's a contract between the performer. Just like when you're playing music, people want to be into it, and nobody, only people who sit back and just pick it apart are the musicians who really want to be up on stage instead of watching somebody on stage. So,
my granny Dixon was way into it in the 80s, and somebody that she knew was dating Barry Windham,
who lives in Fargo, by the way.
Yeah, and they brought him over. I wasn't there, but he comes over and he's like trying to tell her, "No, we're all friends, we get in there and pretend, and then we all go out to eat."
Yeah.
And she goes, "You ain't gonna lie to this old lady. I can take it. I know what's real."
Like, I know you hate Ric Flair.
Yeah.
By the way, big ups. Frank is one of my very best friends in the world. And a few years ago for my birthday,
we hooked up.
Yes. No, he bought me tickets to meet Ric Flair.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. And we met a bunch of wrestlers and we had a good time. It was being kids again.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan was there.
Yes.
He said, "Ho!"
The Rock and Roll Express.
Yep.
Kevin
They're
Nash.
not so express anymore.
They're more
Well, they hang
They
out
look
with
like Gallagher now, just the long mullet, but no
Yeah.
hair on the top.
But those guys.